Vodacom is majority owned by Vodafone, has operations in South Africa, Tanzania, the DRC, Lesotho and Mozambique, where you got those huge data charges.
Yes. So I'm obviously contributing to that market cap, which is 239 billion rand, which is actually bigger than MTN, yet you can see a lot less subscribers. A price to earnings ratio of 18.2 and a dividend yield just short of 5%.
Just short of 5%. Let's start this conversation with Vodacom's share price graph, which is a very different picture to what we have seen in the MTN stable. Clive, as you said, it's about being proudly South African in your book, and MTN is your favorite play, which means that this has hurt you if you haven't been in Vodacom.
It's expensive, isn't it? It's a bit expensive. It's a bit on the expensive side. They're a very, very well diversified company. In actual fact, they were the first ones to introduce financial services within the Vodacom stable, with insurance products and so forth and so on. They do have a plan for Africa, but we haven't seen that take off really. We've seen them struggle a little bit with that, and I think with the Brexit as well, the mother company as well is a bit under the blanket, as it were. Excuse the pun, because we're ending winter. But you know, it's one of those companies that you go in because you for a good track record, and that's what you're looking for here. If you look at that graph, for example, you'll see even a slight dip, but it's always going exponential. So that's what you look for. But is the price worth the risk that you're taking?
It doesn't sound as though you think the price is worth buying in. Byron, what's your view on this one?
Yeah, like Clive said, you're paying up for stability here. They've kept things pretty focused in terms of the regions they've exposed themselves to. You know, they pay a solid dividend. It's the same story as MTN. You know, they are going to be providing this data all around the globe. You know, the bid for Neotel, they really want to get involved in supplying data.
Which has all fallen apart, by the way.
Which fell away, and now there's this apparently auction for spectrum, and the government's getting involved again, which is, you know, at the end of the day, a shocker for consumers, because, you know, that's what we want. Fast internet is great for productivity throughout South Africa.
And in fact, there's a general sentiment globally that data should be a basic human right. Communication services data should be a basic human right. Anyway,
but if you take away that profit incentive, I think it would impact on the service levels.
Absolutely.
But I think what's very exciting for MTN, all these companies, is the fiber and bringing internet to the home.
That's true.
Vodafone shareholding. This is, you mentioned already that Brexit has impacted Vodafone. Is this what concerns you mostly about the stock?
It does concern me. They've reached saturation in the UK. It's very difficult for them to get new subscribers. You know, even in the parts of Europe where they play a part, they've got really serious competition in the likes of Orange, T-Mobile. So it's a very, very tough industry to be participating. Even some of the American companies are already taking up some of the clientele in Europe as well. The question is, how do they then diversify? How do you move forward as a business? I mean, I remember I told you about the Titanic. You know, you're heading for an iceberg. You're traveling at high speed. Are you going to be able to turn at the right time to make sure that you avoid the iceberg?
So I want to put something on the table, gentlemen. Yeah. Are you not just talking down the Vodacom story because both of you have failed to capitalize on the success of the share price?
Well, you and I should be talking about it.
And you're trying to justify your MTN shareholding where actually you've lost a lot of money. Let's just call
I mean, hindsight's obviously a perfect science.
Spade, yeah.
But I mean, I do like Vodacom. I think it's a solid business. I'd be happy to hold it. There's not many good dividend payers out there at the moment. So if you're looking for a high yield portfolio, I think Vodacom's definitely one.
Are you calling it hot?
Yeah, I'd definitely be hot.
We are calling it
hot.
I mean, you and I should be calling it hot. Look at us. We're Vodacom already.
We're blazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Today.